Hey there, my name is David. If we haven't had the chance to meet, I'm an owner, a founder, and operator of a company called S5 Creative. I've been working with a company called Meadowlark. They just finished their first signature home build. This is not their listing photos. They had all that stuff done separately, so this is not stuff I would recommend to try and sell your home. So, what I want to do is just walk through this fly-through video that we did and talk through some details of that. Okay, so first, some drone shots, some exterior shots. All I'm doing here is setting the tone for what I feel like is anybody's experience when they come to a house for the first time. What's it look like from the street? What's it look like from the outside? You don't usually get to see what it looks like from the top, but anymore, man, before you go somewhere, you look at Google Maps, so you get to see what the aerial view of the house is before you ever get to see it. So all this so far is just little details I'm capturing to help you kind of set your tone for what's about to happen. Okay, so next interesting thing, I wanted to make it feel like us as the watchers, us as the people taking this in, were a part of the story of what was happening here. So the challenge became, how do I make it feel interesting in an empty house? Well, I wanted to try some things with movement, things like the door opening you just saw there, things like the drone kind of bringing you into the front door so you feel like you're coming into the house. Little things that make it feel like you're there. Also some intrigue, creatively, like why'd that door open by itself? Well, secret's out. I just reversed the clip and I shut the door, but in the video it feels interesting because it's a new, unique detail. Okay, so I got kind of lucky with this part of it. It was a good time of day. The light was coming in well in the house. And so I got to capture some of the detail of their great millwork, of their flooring choices, of window treatments. I got lucky that there was some light coming in that I could capture a couple different types of flooring. I could capture the millwork. I could capture the walls, kind of in the space before the lights were on. You can kind of start taking in the details of the craftsmanship and the focus um, on good work that this company does. So next you're going to see a section where I wanted to make it feel like you were coming in and booting on the house. Like some of the unique detail of this house is the lighting fixtures. And so I wanted to find a way to make it feel like you were coming in, turning the house on, hitting the light switch. Lighting turned out to be a big piece of this equation for me. So I used the lighting and the door movements to really give it some intrigue. There's also that sound effect that I like to, I don't even know how to do it. So there's a little noise in the song that's really interesting, and I use that to kind of help build my transitions in my segment. So there's some intrigue and desire to lean in and see what's going on. The first bathroom, it's a very unique powder bath. It's cool, so we needed to capture it. They have a cool cabinet with a rounded door that's unique to them because they're a cabinet shop. Most places are going to put a random cabinet in. Well, they aren't going to because they're a cabinet shop. So I had to find a way to capture this rounded bathroom cabinet. Pretty cool. Once again, you're going to see here lighting fixtures and small details were like the key to capturing this story because that's pretty much all we had to work on with no other furniture. The main staple of this house is the kitchen. I wanted to save that till the end. A couple things you'll see in this process is I really wanted to capture the cabinetry work because that is unique to them. So you'll see cabinets opening, doors opening, kind of the same process of the door. So we're kind of getting tied back to the beginning of the story where we walked into the house and the door was opened. You're beginning to see those details kind of come together. Okay, so in this section, I decided to go back outside because we'd seen all of the interior details. So I felt like we are in this place where mentally, after you've walked through a house, now you're starting to like recap what you've seen, right? So what I decided to do was, man, let's just go back outside and like almost like we're playing it back in our mind, what it was like to walk in, what it was like to see the space. Again, trying to put us in the mental space where we're experiencing this as if we were there. And really the key here is we're wanting to experience it in a way that puts us into the story. There's story in everything. That's what I've built my whole company on. And even this, I felt like was a way for us to find a unique and different way to tell the story of this house. And even there, to end it, I wanted to essentially reverse what happened when we came in, and that was to shut the lights off, shut the house down, and close the door, and then fly out as if we were leaving. All in this mindset of when we're watching it, we're feeling like we came in, we saw the space, we remembered it, and now we're leaving. So the thing here for me is everything has a story. Even just a fly through house video can have a story. You can put yourself into it and find a way to make it interesting, give it a plot line, make it feel like there's more to it. I think this applies in every industry, to every church, to every business, to every organization. And if you are in charge of or running one of those organizations, we should find a way to work story into what you do because people get intrigued by story, they lean in, they take interest. And if you're not telling your story, your customers are going to take their trust somewhere else. I'd love to work with you on it. I'd love to do something just like what we're doing with Meadowlark to bring your story to life because your story is my mission.